It's time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. Of course, we want to remind you the Shop Report is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit. That's 1D, 2 E's Detroit. Or you can slide on over to the website, rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT digital.net. And make sure when you're there, while you're there, you tell them the BSJ sent you. Oh, and for my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave your questions or comments during today's program, by all means, please do so, and we will throw it up on the screen. And y'all know what's coming next. If you one of them folks, wants to leave a question or comment that's indignant or ignorant in nature, it won't be seen on this screen. Matter of fact, here's what you'll get.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
With that being said, joining me on the program today is my cat from across the way on the other side of the pond. I like to say Joey James, a.k.a. Double J. Tell the people what you say.
Well, as a man of the people and always trying to get the message out there in support of student athletes.
Do you got some paraphernalia, merchandise, the man of the people? Is that what Oh, okay. Keep going. Sorry.
So next, about 10 days from now, I believe, or a little less than that, Cleveland State is having their final home wrestling. And again, they're in need of obviously revenue in order to keep that program going. And so I wanted to bring attention to that on the 20th, they are going against Kent State at the Woodling Gymnasium. Of course, they're coached by, I think, a two-time All-American that was at Penn State. So no slouch of a coach at the program. I got to watch Purdue go against them a little earlier this year. So definitely save the Cleveland State wrestling program.
Yeah, shout out for that. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. This whole NIL and I don't even know if I should even mention NIL in this regard. I don't know what it really is. You know what I mean? A lot of programs are being canceled. I mean, but I'm not against NIL. I'm for players getting paid. I'm just saying there's this web of whatever that's surrounding the NCAA right now. You know what I mean? And it's ever increasing, far more so than when I was coming up. You know what I'm trying to say? There's a changing of the guard, but is it for the better or the worse? I'm not sure. It's just unfortunate. But it's not just even the wrestling program. The college itself is in trouble. You get what I'm trying to tell you? So it's not just the sports programs, it's the academics too. They talk about shutting it down or something or another. Hey, but listen, I'm not so sure what Make America Great Again, what it all entails, but what I'm seeing is telltale. I'm just saying. But again, shout out for that. Double J for hitting us with that right there. We appreciate it. And we shall see. We got a great menu on tap for you all today. Got a few things I would like to say. Got a sports trivia question. But I was going to say, it's tough to do sports trivia nowadays, really, because Google, folks got their phones, glued to their face or whatever it is. So you can get the answers in less than 10 seconds or whatnot. But that's why I think I'm going to throw this one out here, come showtime and not let everybody know ahead of time. That's why I didn't do it that way. But anywho, yeah, we got some college basketball talk. Obviously, I just watched a little earlier. I'm glad that game came on at 4. Just watched a little earlier, Auburn and Alabama. And I got some questions in regards to the SEC and basketball, the Iron Bowl on the hardwood, if you would, and college basketball in general when we get to that. But up first, here's the sport. Oh, and we're going to talk some NBA too. The All-Star game. Oh, my gosh. Listen, and this is just a tidbit, okay? Me and my son was sitting down watching the Rising Stars. Man, how are you Chris Paul and you get disqualified, bro? How?
Bending the rules.
Anyway, we'll get off of that a little bit as we go throughout today's portion of the program. But up first, again, the sports trivia question. That's what we're going to start things off with. Let's do it that way. And this is college basketball, okay? On the men's side. All right. Now, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Okay. On the men's side, there have been 7 teams. Now, listen, here we go already. There have been 7 teams, not 17 teams, right? There have been 7 teams to go undefeated, wire to wire, obviously, capping the season off with the national championship. Other than UCLA's John Wooden 4 times and Indiana's Bobby Knight 1 time, who are the other 2 teams and the coaches, respectfully? Don't get out of that phone. Nah, you cheating, Double J. You cheating. Wrong button. Sorry, I meant to boo. Oh, yeah, that's better. You cheating, bro. You only got 10 seconds left to answer that. You know what I'm saying? 9, 8.
That went all the way. Hang on. Repeat the question.
Nah, don't try to have me repeat the questions or give you more time to look it up. See, listen, this is what I'm trying to say. This is why I don't do this often. Let's get to this comment. Mrs. Alva weighing in. I thought Mrs. Alva was under the weather. Shout out for being a straight up trooper. That's like, hey, that's Kobe Bean Bryant from the S, baby, to Achilles. You know what I'm saying? I'm still shooting free throws. I just talked to Miss A a little while ago, and she was all up under the weather. And look at her showing up on the P program today, baby. That's Kobe Bryant type stuff. Shout out. Because, I mean, who wants to be Paul George nowadays? He broke his little pinky metatarsal on the disconjunctivated fingertip. Now he can't play for 18 weeks. Man, get out of here. I'm so sick of the soft BA. Anywho, you had more than enough time. Who are the other 2 coaches and their teams, respectfully, that went wire to wire undefeated?
But is that inclusive of the championship?
I said wire to wire.
See, that's where I'm kind of a little bit at a loss because that Ohio State team didn't lose.
You talking about 60-61?
No, I'm talking about Mike Conley and Greg Oden.
No. I'm talking about went undefeated the entire season and won the whole thing. John Wooden's UCLA Bruins, Kareem and the Waltons and the whole, he did it 4 times. That's even impressive by itself. Bob Knight, Isaiah Thomas, they did it once. There's been done 7 times. Who were the other 2 and the coaches? That's right. No Googling. Oh, and for my folks out there, let me give a shout out to all the folks that's tuning in on the tweet side, baby. We appreciate you understand me, because without you, ain't none of this what happening. But I don't need y'all to weigh in because y'all got fingertips, and I know y'all can look it up real quick. I want him to answer her. Hopefully we get Gully all up in here, but maybe not. I don't know. All right, your time is up, man.
All right, so it would be the only one that would immediately, I think, come to mind would be
whoa. Immediately you think, okay, I got you. Yeah, you been cheating. That tell me right there you didn't cheat.
Right here.
Man, please.
You
got Mrs. Alva
the whole time.
Oh man, you and Mrs. Alva, y'all connect. Y'all got walking.
Not right now, not today.
Okay.
Well, okay. So immediately, what goes through your mind is who are great champions, right? Historic champions. So obviously, you start thinking about Duke teams, and then of course you start thinking Tobacco Road. So then it's like, okay, well then age myself a little bit, and I'm like, okay, well we're not talking any of the Roy Williams teams.
Nope.
We're not talking any of the Jordan teams, which would have been Dean Smith. We're going to have to go. Well, how long was? Who's the guy that the stadium's named after there?
What stadium?
In North Carolina.
Dean Smith. I think so. That's a good question. And when you said that, I said it my response, and I had to think about it right after the fact. I'm not sure actually. Oh yeah, cue the Jeopardy music. Boo-doo, boo.
Dude, who is the guy from like the 50s and 60s that was like a teacher and drill sergeant that was there.
Are you asking me that because you think I know because I'm old? No,
No,
oh, right. Wow. Wow.
you were
Better
being
yet.
recruited.
Better yet.
Oh, hell no.
Anyway, I'm going to give you answers.
All right. So am I right that it was a North Carolina team?
Yes, you are right. Okay.
Now it's bothering me on who the coach was.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'll give you the remaining two. In the
There was more than that?
1955, huh?
There was more than that?
No, it's two left. Remember, I said there were only 7 teams to go from wire to wire undefeated, winning the whole thing.
Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Okay, this is what the benefit of staying up late. I know I could name the other school. I don't know who the coach was though. There's no way because it was
okay. Well, then name the other school.
I only know this because I was watching the West Coast Conference just like the last 2 days in a row and saw the San Francisco Dons. And they had a national
shout out,
title.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, 1955-56. Phil Wolpert.
Yeah, see, I would have never got
was
that.
the coach.
No, not
San Francisco Dons. They went 29-0, wire to wire. And of course, 1956-57, Frank McGuire's North Carolina Tar Heels went 32-0. So you had it.
Frank McGuire?
Frank McGuire. Yeah, Frank McGuire.
I never got that. Okay.
Yeah, that's all good. But the reason what I got, I got this college basketball encyclopedia. I don't know if I ever showed it to you. Oh my gosh, things like a coffee table book. It's humongous. And I was going through there looking for some stuff. Let me see if I can find a trivia question that might throw a few folks off base, seeing how, we're in the information age of technology. And I said, oh, wow, I found that interesting. But even more so, can you imagine in the NCAA's, however many year history, college basketball, men's in particular, that only 7 teams have been able to do it? We're talking about some Kentucky teams, the UNLV team, the Fab Five. We know what happened there. But the North Carolina teams with Sheed Wallace and all, I mean, my gosh, you would think that it would have been done at some of the Kansas teams. You know what I'm trying to say? My goodness. Now I'm going back to the Big East days of the 80s and 90s. St. John's. And by the way, St. John's, we're going to get into some college basketball as we continue this talk here. We talk about St. John's, man. St. John's don't look bad, bro.
No, I mean, obviously, I think they stumbled the other day, but he's
but in the grand scheme.
He's reviving that part of it.
Yeah, well, but they play defense. Sure. They play defense.
Oh, 100%. Oh, my gosh.
They play defense. They play defense first. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather be a defensive first and then let my offense come to be offense and not have and my offense be off and then I don't do nothing else. I'm just saying that'll lose you more than win it. You know what I'm trying to tell you? All right. With that being said, we're going to move on to some of this right here. This current college basketball action. That number 1, number 2 Auburn, Alabama, man. I know you saw it. Did you not see it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So give me your thoughts. Give me a quick thought right quick. What?
Well, I was going to let you start us off because we don't often get to hear you talk about college basketball.
Yeah, well, I was going to start off, but I didn't want to, take up all the, TV time. So, you know what I'm trying to say? But I'll say it. You want me to start? I can do it. I'm just telling you.
This is a Bruce Pearl team that is destined for the Final Four.
Hold it. See, I knew you was going to do that. You do it every show. You jump out the plane at 50,000 feet. What you want to be, DB Cooper? You want to not be found or whatever? You can take the money and run? I mean, my gosh, 50,000 feet, no parachute? Slow down there, Kimo Sabin. Slow it on down. Okay, on paper, yes. But let's be realistic now. Even if not with Tennessee. Bruce Pearl's Auburn squad, they regular season you to death. That's a given. But they ain't seem to be able to get over that hump come tourney time.
He did that one year. I feel like the COVID year, wasn't it?
Oh, well, I mean, I was doing a lot of stuff in COVID year too. I was flying on the back of a drone over top of the, White House or whatever. I'm just saying, a lot of craziness was going on, in the COVID year. Okay, I give you that. All right. But I don't know if I would say that just yet because my son and I, we watched the game and he asked me, he said, you think they national championship? I said, I'm not sure. Because I can't think of the guard's name. He's really an off guard, but he's playing point guard right now. And when you get in the tournament, and I'm gonna ask you this question too. I'm gonna ask you the question now, but then we give a response later because my memory is terrible. Which is better, Or which one would you rather play in? I don't even know how I want to ask it like that. Okay, the NCAA tournament, NBA finals. You got one ticket to either one. Which one you going to? And I'm talking about the NCAA tournament, meaning that one ticket to get you whatever region you decide to go to, you get to see every game in that region. You're going all the way to the championship or whatever.
Well, wait a minute. So that's an additional caveat. So you said, I thought you framed it as the finals of each.
No, not necessarily the finals.
Okay.
Maybe I should rephrase the question.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back.
Perfect timing.
What's the purpose? Oh, shout out to my man D Gully. Shout out. Let me get D Gully in here. Get him his intro. What you mean? Oh no, what you mean, Gully? Yeah, oh my gosh. Here we go. Shout out, baby. D Gully from the CL Bus. Glad you could join us. Hey, listen, I didn't know that intro was right there. It's right there.
Isn't that nice? Oh,
that
wait a minute.
Very nice.
Double J, you see how he took himself out the screen? He over there. Oh man, you're using profanity. Okay. Well, whenever you're ready to come back, man, we ready for you. I'm just saying. What was I saying, Double J? I don't even know. See what I'm saying? He did that on purpose. Oh my gosh. Anywho.
No, it was the
I know we're talking about Alabama. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Playing point guard when you get to an NCAA tournament, and that's what made me think about the tournament question. It's a challenge if you haven't been doing it. You know what I'm trying to say? Because, and this is what led to the tournament situation when me and my son was discussing it. I'll say because in an NCAA tournament, if you're the team that goes all the way to the national championship, and I ain't talking whether you win or lose is relevant. I'm saying if you're the team that goes all the way there, every night is a different audition versus the NBA finals is what he and I were just, kind of comparing. You get 7 games in each series. Okay, so you get 7 times, or at least 4 times, obviously, one team or the other to beat that other team, right?
Right.
In NCAA tournament, bruh, we talking about 64 teams now.
It's the game of death.
I say I use the same thing. It's like that Bruce Lee movie, The Game of Death. When he went
different challenge every time. No 2 teams really play a lot. Yeah,
play the same. So as I'm thinking about that, when me and him talking, I said, man, I got to tip my hat to that. Puts more not precedence, but that gives more shine to the Final Four.
Yeah,
and to the championship and to the eventual champion.
Because each of those teams in the Final Four had likely had a unique journey themselves.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So give credit to what's my man for UConn here? Is he on in the making for like going for a 3-peat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately.
Okay, don't do that, Double J. Give it up to history being made. You wouldn't have said that about Patrick Mahomes, boy. That's another story for another day. I'm just saying because I wasn't expecting the Eagles to open up a can. I wasn't expecting that.
Man, I would love to be able to talk about that if we got time.
Yeah, but not here, not today. We can do that for next week because it ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I mean? That's an ever going on conversation, at least for 5. It ain't got no expiration date right now.
All right, we've seen this story before. Buddy Hield just tore it up 31.
31 what?
Points in that 3-point contest.
Oh, wow. Really? Okay, yeah. I mean, what you trying to say? The second coming of Larry Bird or something? Man, stop. Buddy Hield. Shout out to Miss A. Hey. Shout out Miss Asia. Hey there. How you doing there now? All righty then. We appreciate you for weighing in. You understand me? It's all to the G.O., baby. Double J, do you know that young lady? Where's he going? Oh, my gosh. Anywho, Gully, I was saying that to Khalil. I was like, man, every round of the NCAA tournament, you have to have a quote unquote fighting style that is adaptable because it's one night and you're done. That's it. You see what I'm saying?
Now,
you don't get to make adjustments and come back the next night and play the Celtics again in game 2.
Yeah, you said you have to have a style that's adaptable, you think?
Meaning, when I seen the movie The Game of Death with Bruce Lee, because that's the reference I used with Khalil.
Okay.
The Game of Death. when he had to fight, whoever he was saving was at the top of the tower.
Right.
But each level was proposed a different fighter.
Right.
Kareem didn't, when he fought Kareem, shout out to Jabbar, baby, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
with the 18-foot wingspan. But when he fought Kareem, it was a different style of fight than when he fought Dan and Santo at the level before.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So at the first level, I forget what it's been so long since I saw him. We'll get to your comments here in a second. He had to use nunchucks for the guy.
Yeah.
Then the next level, he had to use the bow stick or something. You get what I'm trying to say? Each level.
My question is, you say that, but I'm saying, what was at the core? What I mean by that is you got to have foundationally, I think for any team, let's say we talk about those dynastic teams, right? Those dynasties, those great teams, those UCLA Bruins teams that won multiple national championships, those Duke teams that were in the national championship or the team to beat in the tournament, even UCLA, either North Carolina under Dean Smith or under Roy Williams.
Yeah.
Do you think though those teams had, while you saying that they have to be adaptable, what were those teams built like at the core? I would imagine they'd have to have something that teams that they met. While there's definitely a bit of a dynamic attributes that you may have, you need to be adaptable. So those teams have a strong enough core. What was at their core of those teams? Was there a core?
The common denominator was the common denominator amongst all those championship teams, especially in the 80s and 90s, if you would, in the early 2000s, the Sheed Wallaces and the Stackhouses and all of them, or the Jordans or whatever, with James Worthy and all of them, and the UNLVs and such. They had offensive and defensive balance.
Okay. Offensive,
but even having that was the core.
What does that mean? Hold on, defensive balance. What do you mean by that?
That means that when their offense wasn't there early on in the games or whatever it is, they could hang their hat on the defense. You see what I'm saying? They had a defensive first mentality. We're going to stop you. You know what I mean? We come out the first couple offensive possessions, we see that we not on right now. You know what I'm saying? I missed 2 jumpers, you miss a layup. Okay, so we're going to go back. Okay, if we missing, we're going to make sure they missing too.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Till we find our offensive rhythm. You get what I'm trying to say? So they ratcheted it up. And then think about them North Carolina teams you just mentioned. Sheed Wallace,
right?
Stackhouse and them boys.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? So that was at the core. But what I'm saying is that still, I'm just gonna use the Razorbacks that year in '94 because that was the Razorbacks was my squad. Not so much now as Nolan Richardson. That 40 minutes AL was nothing to mess with. That year that they won it, man, and I don't even remember who they played in the tournament on that run. But the first game they played, it was more maybe 3-pointers and mid-ranges. Then it looked like the second game, it was more back to the basket. You see what I'm saying? For each game that they advanced, the way they won was different from the way they had won previous.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say? And because no team, the second team, you might beat Seton Hall one way, but you're not going to beat North Carolina the same way you beat Seton Hall.
Got you.
You get what I'm trying to say? Until you get all the way to the championship. So unlike the NBA finals, and I'm not knocking the NBA finals because I watched the NBA finals or whatever it is. It ain't the same team for 7 games, possibly. You feel what I mean? Each team gonna bring something different each night. So it's like I said, it's a 1-game audition.
Right.
In so many words. Because hey, listen, you get one. What they say about impressions. Sometimes your first impression could be your last. You get what I'm trying to say? At the end of the day, man. Yeah, for sure. But again, Seton Hall knocked off UConn. It's in a regular season matchup, obviously, but the Double J's trying to suggest here that, that somehow will weigh a factor in whether or not if my man, I can't remember his name. What's the coach's name? For Seton Hall. Turned down a Lakers job.
Oh,
help me out.
No,
somebody. Y'all gonna just stare at me? What you have a stand contest?
And Hurley.
Oh, Hurley. Dang, nabbit. Yeah. Let Double J tell it. Hurley. That's they not gonna win. They can't. That game right there killed them for winning the 3rd chip. Double J.
Well, coincidentally, both coaches have made careers off of Purdue.
Oh boy.
Oh my!
If you remember the Peacock,
you
remember the Peacock coach? Remember him, the Peacock coach?
Hey, wait a minute. Slow down. Slow down there now. It's a family program. Wait a minute. Hold up there. Hold on. No, I don't know. I don't know who are you talking about? South Carolina? That's Gamecocks.
No. The
NBC is the Peacock.
No, the New Jersey team.
What New Jersey team? What happened? College team?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got me. I'm stupefied. Stumped.
So Shaheen Holloway, of course, is the
I know who
I'm talking about.
Shaheen Holloway played for Wake Forest.
No,
or Georgia Tech
or
one of them.
Hall.
Or Providence. He played for Seton Hall.
And he's now coaching Seton Hall, but he got that job because of the success he had at St. Peter's, which is the Peacocks, who knocked Purdue out in the Sweet 16.
Well, but you say that like Purdue ain't used to getting knocked out.
And then, of course, Hurley
in just about any round
national title game.
Okay,
they had to bribe Arizona State students to wear.
Oh boy, here we go.
So,
he ain't right.
On the women's side,
what it is.
On the women's side, did you watch the UCLA USC?
Great game.
Man, listen, man, let me tell you something about JuJu Watkins. Boy, me and Khalil used to go back and forth about her. He tried to hit me on her about a year ago. I was like, man, I ain't buying it, man. You know me, I don't sell easy. Nah, I'm from Missouri and Chicago. You got to show me. So I watched a couple of games. I was like, yeah. But I watched that game the other day. Man, she's the next big thing. WNBA. She coming, bro. She coming. And them two little girls from Notre Dame. Hidalgo and Fields or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Oh, man, them two little girls, man, 1-2 punch, man. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. The women's game is a far better watch, man.
Even in college?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. No question. No question. Bro, I'm watching JuJu all day before I watch playoff putrid Paul George. Yeah, don't run now, Double J. Come on back with it. Yeah, come on. You was a strong.
No, I know you didn't.
Oh, here we go. Oh boy, here we go. And then he gonna stick it
on Topo Chico this time.
Okay, well, is it 18% or 5%? My gosh,
we'll find out in 20 minutes.
It's just water.
I bet that's what they all say.
Hey, is Gino's run coming to an end? Why I'm so? Asking. I'm not. I'm just asking.
Look, there's I say this in the best way possible.
Oh boy.
That's like saying I don't mean no disrespect.
No. He didn't say that. No, go ahead.
Well, he might as well have. Well, go ahead.
The growth of the women's game has allowed others to pave their own lanes, like Dawn Staley, and now countless others. So it is actually getting far more difficult. You know, you got Niele Ivey at Notre Dame, and you just have a lot more. Like, again, when you think of historically good women's college basketball coaches, you know, you could typically list them off one hand, right? There were only about 2 or 3.
Yeah, Pat Summitt,
right?
One of them, yeah. I actually did that lady. I can't think of her name either. Dang, I got memory loss for real bad. Hey, but she was the coach of Purdue.
I know all the Purdue references he makes.
I know, unbelievable, right?
Yeah,
we won in the year 2000. That's why. Hey,
no, the lady that coached
99 and the 2000.
She was a looker.
That's Barbershop Jay. He's got it.
Hey, she was a looker too. I'm just saying. I'm just letting that know for the record. You know what I'm saying? Get that. Make sure you get that down, bailiff. I'm just saying. I don't know what her name is, but I seen her on a couple college basketball shows. I was like, oh my gosh. Woo, I went and got me a fresh set of teeth. Okay, I'm just letting you know, just in case.
Carolyn Peck.
I don't know. Yeah. Did you hear me say it? I know what their name was.
Hey, I knew exactly who you were talking about.
Yeah. Hey, but she used to have. Hey, Purdue was balling under her.
Yeah, she was legendary.
Can't say that about Chris Painter. Oh, on that note, we're gonna take a little break. You know what I'm saying? I guess.
Unreal.
It's Jay Cunningham. You watching the Shop Report. I'm Harvey Diallo, and you're watching The Shop Report. My name's Chris Murray, and you're watching The Shop Report.
Oh, you're Jay Knight, you're watching The Shop Report.
It's Braxton Key, you're dropping in on The Shop Report.
Barbershop Jay, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Hi, I'm Mars Manworks from Mercury Stadium, and you're watching The Shop Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching The Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching The Shop Report.
Commander Brown, Detroit Rivers Mountain Training, and I'm watching The Shop Report.
Hey, this is Doug Flynn of the New York Mets. Well, a few other teams, of course, too. And you're watching The Shop Report.
I'm Matt Ramos, and you're watching The Shop Report.
How you doing? I'm Rajay Davis, and you're watching The Shop Report.
How you doing? This is Nelson Figueroa, former Major League pitcher with a lot of teams. You're about to listen to The Shop Report.
Hey, this is Howard Johnson. You're watching The Shop Report.
Hi, I'm Heath Bell from the New York Mets, and you're listening to The Shop Report podcast. Yeah!
Hey, I'm Josh Tolley, former catcher of the New York Mets, and you're watching The Shop Report.
This is Edgardo Alfonso for the Mets, and you're listening to Shop Report.
Hey, this is Doc Gooden, and you're watching The Shop Report.
Hello, this is Mike Hampton, and you're watching Shop Report.
Hey, this is Herman R.V., former NFL offensive lineman with the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens, and you're listening to The Shop Report.
Hey, I like that one guy. He said, you listen to The Shop Report. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. You know what I'm saying? Bring the heat. Yeah, where everybody else at? Bring it. Yeah, bring back the beat. Hey, do you think JuJu a number one pick in the WNBA draft? She coming out next year, right? Gully, Double J, somebody. Oh, this is unbelievable. We do this every week.
I believe so.
So she is coming out next year. Is she, okay, not only is she number one pick, you think, but is she going to an already established team, or you think one of the newer teams? Because I think they're going to be at least one or two by next season.
Let's see here. She is only a sophomore, so no. She has one more year.
Oh, wow. So you got to do three. She got to do three before she can come out.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case for the men, is it?
No, they're one and done.
What?
Yep.
How? I never knew that. I thought it was all equal across the board, basically. Why the women got to do three, but the men can be one and done? And they all under the NCAA umbrella.
They have to wait till they're 22 years old and graduate to be eligible.
What?
Yeah, so typically that's done after the third season.
Okay, but why is it why? I don't understand.
Well, first financially, right? It's actually a negative to leave early.
So because they don't have enough money in women's sports or basketball or something, they can't do it. What does the money have to do with you being eligible to go in the draft?
Well, because the max salary is $250,000. Someone like JuJu's getting at least $1 to $2 million. So why would you leave?
Well, okay, I got that, but that's separate from being eligible to leave.
Sure. No, I understand that point. Yeah, I think that is a natural tipping point that if those were to change, right? If that pendulum were to shift a little bit and they were to even remotely get a fraction of what the men do, then it would be a logical next step in order. Because I've even said that with the NFL. Like, what's the premise? Why 3 years for them? Right? Why can an 18-year-old leave for college, like from college basketball to the NBA? Yeah. And that's why I've stated on many occasions, I think part of the many fractures in the NBA today, as we know it, is that the NBA is not meant to be developmental. And yet you have a ton of 18-year-olds constantly leaving. You wouldn't trust those 18-year-olds to probably mow your lawn correctly. So why would you trust them with the keys to your franchise?
But see, that's a whole nother conversation. Now you're opening up a whole bunch of doors. Because like you just mentioned, okay, in the NFL, then why would you trust an well, he's not 18, but what typical NFL rookies,
right?
What, 20,
now the data
21?
is supporting that
why would you trust the keys to anybody who's inexperienced?
Correct.
Basically.
Now look at what's going on with them, right?
Currently, you're not grown, but you're old enough to make informed decisions, I guess. I don't know.
Challenged, and we haven't talked about that on the show yet, which is the NCAA, which is now in dire need to recoup as much money as possible in order to sustain the Wild West. They are now saying, hey, NFL, we're giving you these players for free. We're doing all the work. You're going to start paying us for developing these kids.
Well, that's only right. That just goes to show you, that speaks to the haves and the have-nots. See, if you don't know to ask for the increase, then your is going to just keep being increased. You get what I'm trying to say? If you don't, hey, listen, if you don't know, Gully, what happened? I'm just saying.
Brutal what you just said.
Listen, hey, I'm just saying it was flowing.
That is brutal.
But okay, so you're watching turmoil in a lot of certainly, to say it mildly, uncertainty in the entire college landscape. We just talked about Cleveland State a little earlier, but I'm hearing that college soccer is going to go to a league with other pro teams. So again, if I were to read off my own personal pendulum or pyramid rather of pro soccer in the United States, you would see college actually going to probably the 4th division of that pyramid.
Okay.
So what that then means is they're no longer collegiate athletes. They can package and bundle a free education.
Well, the NIL tells you they ain't no longer collegiate athletes.
Sure, but
you know what I'm saying? You get $1 million, $2 million salaries, so to speak.
If I actually have Cleveland State's their breakdown, if we were to use them as an example or a little bit of a litmus test with how the revenue is generated across the sports.
Okay.
But naturally, when you declare them as once you join a league like that, naturally now you're talking about media, media rights and that type of
responsibilities
thing,
and
revenue,
stuff,
etc.
Right.
So I understand why those teams are doing it, but I think this is. Could you imagine? You're going to see Lexington FC versus the
Purdue.
University of North Carolina. Yeah, I mean literally. Purdue doesn't have a men's team, unfortunately, because of Title IX.
But guess what, though? I would watch that.
Oh, I'm all for it. Oh, 100%.
I would watch that.
But what I'm saying is, I actually believe we're going to see something very similar in the NFL via that USFL or whatever they got.
Yeah.
Additionally.
Yeah, which I think they was trying to do with NFL Europa. But see, while you were on the subject, I'm going to ask from our NBA subject topics the question: should the NBA adopt what the NHL is doing?
The nations thing?
Yes.
Which that game with US and Canada right now is phenomenal.
Listen, the first 4 nations or something like that.
Yeah.
Should the NBA adopt that?
Yeah, we have been talking about that years. Yes. If you want to help to celebrate the multinationalism that's a part of the NBA.
The 4-nation face-off is what it's called. My bad. Go ahead, Gully. What you say?
Yeah. Group the international players in some type of team dynamic to showcase them compared to our homegrown NBA players. So
and thus whoever will win such a tournament would actually literally be world champions. I got it.
No, you didn't.
I got it right into that.
You absolutely did not.
No, you didn't.
I don't get many. I don't get many. I don't get many. You can't give me one. You're stingy. I'm calling your mother. I'm calling your mother. Calling your mother.
So wait. So
calling your mother.
NBA players that
United States. Hold on. No, that's not what I said.
No, Double J.
Hey, no, don't put words in your mouth.
Don't mute up. No. So you just said group NBA players together with NBA players that are international, and the winner of that game would be considered world champions. Is that what you just said?
I know. I'm just saying there was an Olympic. No, I'm just saying you can't
say if that's what you just said or not.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's not what I said.
Double J, bring us back.
Yeah, Double J, bring it back, Double J.
Double J.
Bring it back.
What did you just say?
Don't ask him. You ask me.
No, you ain't gonna tell me.
How you gonna ask him what I just said?
Hey, listen. What did you just say, Double J? No, come back on the screen too, because you was right along Kiki and hocking with him. Come back on the screen, Double J.
Listen, I'll tell you what I said.
Y'all both said the foolery that y'all both said.
No, he didn't say anything.
That if the NBA guys play the international NBA guys and they win, then that would be a legitimate world champion.
No. I'm telling you that there was one time in the Olympics where there was an Olympic squad that didn't have no NBA players on it that won into an Olympic squad.
Fans are gonna find out.
Yeah, okay.
The fans gonna find out.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
all right. Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the NCAA. Speaking of NCAA, there's talk about an expansion, a proposal about expanding to 76 teams.
Okay.
Oh, now he want to come back on the screen. Ain't this, man? Oh, man. Oh, hell no. This dude right here, man.
So they can come back. They would.
They nothing. You heard what I said.
72 team. Oh, whatever, stutter. I bet. No.
Hey, loop it.
I didn't say it.
Loop it. Sound like you're trying to start up the Fiat. I'm just trying to no, that ain't what I said, bro. I said the NCAA is proposing an expansion to 76 teams.
I don't know. Like,
well, we know that. What do you know? Right, that's what we want to know.
64 is a pretty large number. Then, if you think about it, actually, it's technically 68, right? Because the bottom four feed into the number, whatever. If you expand,
hey, man, don't come on here doing algebra, man. This is after dark, man. Anybody want to be at school all day?
You the one said it. You don't want to introduce a big math problem. The NCAA is going to go from 64 to 76 teams.
No, listen.
How many teams
I didn't ask
Division 1A college basketball anyway?
Hold on. First of all, I didn't say. Listen, I didn't preface what I said. I didn't preface what I said by saying solve the equation. I didn't do that.
You might as well have.
I didn't. I said the NCAA has proposed taking the tournament or increasing the tournament number of teams to 76. Then you want to talk about some carry the one, subtract the five.
Yeah, out here with that, bro. Doing at that point. How many teams is in Division 1A basketball?
Oh, stop it. Okay, Division 1A, Division 5, 7C, Mountain Union. Whoopie doo. You know what I'm saying? Ohio University Bobcats. Shout out.
I don't know. It's a money.
Well, we know that. You keep telling us what you don't know. Tell us what you do know.
I do know that you. Listen, I do know that your speaker pad is melting.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, really? You gonna blast me out? You gonna blast me out in front of that for all these people?
I know Mentos need to be one of our sponsors.
Hey, Double J, but that's family.
Oh,
wow, really?
Oh, that's savagery.
Really? That's family for you, though. You see what I'm trying to say? This is why. This is your mother. Yeah, I'm gonna call you. She don't know how you do what you do when you get on here, but she will. She will. Yeah, trust me, believe that. She will. So at the end of the day, should I say, meanwhile, back at the ranch, do you think the NCAA should go to 76 teams in the tournament?
No.
Why you didn't say that?
I was explaining.
Anyway, what you think, Double J?
Absolutely. I love the idea.
Me too.
Because
first of all, that there's no joy other than that first weekend. It just,
that's a strong statement coming from you 2 years ago.
Oh, so now you want to use your memorization skills. Memento. Any other time, you don't remember nothing. You're worse than me. Now all of a sudden.
Because my theoretical proposal is for buy.
Just because your memories are in black and white and not technicolor, that don't apply to the rest of us.
Did you just say that?
Remember, we're talking about
right here.
Additional teams starting. So, we're instead of a first 4 or a first 8, you now have a true first round.
Well, what was the first round before 12 years ago? Like, it was
What was the first round before the play-in? What was the first round before the play-in?
Yeah, I mean, okay, you have the round of 64. What was that called? That wasn't the first round?
Yeah, and then you
March Madness already goes to mid-April, first of all. So I don't even know why it's called March Madness. Then you add 12
because
more
it
teams
starts
on top of that.
Oh, this dude right here, man, unridiculary. It's March Madness because it starts the conference tournament start in March,
used to
man.
be all in March. I don't know.
Wait, no, bring back allowing every team to participate in their conference tournament.
My age, even though you 20 years older than me, but I'm just
ridiculous.
Really? You gotta tell everybody. You gotta tell everybody I got a rocking chair that I be moving constantly, but not going nowhere. That's what you gotta do.
They see it, bro. You don't never go to break. You just
okay. All righty then. This guy right here, man. You talk about the disrespectfulitarianism. My gosh. Go ahead, you say that again, Double J. Why you so rudely being interrupted? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, vicariously, not through me.
Well, again, I believe that by adding the additional teams, you would have enough for an additional round. So it would allow for everything to kind of slide forward a little bit. Similar to what we've seen with the college football playoff. And that way, kind of who you're playing against. It gives two kind of avenues of thought. Obviously, a team that has just played 2 days ago, which we've seen go on to win ultimately 3 games. So they're hot. They've already are familiar with an environment versus that quote unquote rusty team, if you will, that is the better of the 2 seeds. And then, of course, just the fact that they're supposed to be better, right? So
I think it adds more intrigue.
100% it does, but I'm tired of these conference tournaments. Like the Big Ten, the big conference, you can't claim to be big and then cap how many teams you want participating in your conference tournament. That's stupid. The MAC is doing the same thing. That is stupid. The whole point about March Madness is the madness.
Exactly.
You want
there you go. That's why you call it that, because that's when it starts. Yes.
And that's why for folks like myself, I've enjoyed conference tournaments more than the actual tournament because it is a little bit more chaotic. There are teams that are very familiar with one another that have played once or potentially twice.
Hold that thought. That's why I would want to see more teams in the NCAA tournament because of the unfamiliarity. You see? Gully, hold your thought, Double J. Because that's what
I don't see. I feel like there is plenty of chaotic behavior already. I don't think it's very stale.
You don't want more?
Well, more would be cool. More would be nice, I guess. I don't know. I'll put it this way: there's a difference between saying, "All right, I absolutely want more," and there is none. It's too predictable. I don't think it's
okay. Well, let me throw this at you then.
Yeah.
Would you not want to see more of the Pete Carril type Princetons knocking off the North Carolinas and the Dukes early in rounds or second rounds?
I feel like we see enough of that. I feel like
not
we see
really
plenty of that.
No, bro.
Wait. So you telling me that the tournament
a 9 seed, 11 seed beating a 9 seed, that ain't no.
7 out of 32 games.
What you mean? What is that?
What's that?
That's about the average from what I had calculated in my own tracker, my own sheet of integrity. About 7 upsets. And that could be a 9 over an 8.
It's right. That's what I mean. I'm not talking about technical upsets because of the seeding. I'm talking about actual, regardless of what team is ranked what going into the tournament, the number 9 seed versus them. I'm talking about when you see that team play, you be like, hey man, ain't no like for instance, what year was it? It don't even really matter the year. When Villanova played, I think was that Kentucky? When Kentucky was 30-0. Somebody knocked them off that wasn't supposed to, and they wasn't Wisconsin, and it wasn't because which each team was seeded. It was because Kentucky had Willie Cauley-Steiner had all these gym jumpers and all this, and in Wisconsin, no offense, they had Frank Kaminsky and who was the guard number 15. All these Larry Birds or whatever. Oh man. And I was asking people then, I was like, man, who you think in Wisconsin? I said, man, Wisconsin, man. Them dudes, they play a different brand of bat. Oh, they can't beat Kentucky. Kentucky, they got, John Wall. And the 30-0 went right down the drain. I'm just trying to tell you. Yeah, nobody was expecting that. And the reason you were not expecting that had nothing to do with seeding. Because if I'm not mistaken, where was Wisconsin at in the Big Ten tournament that year? They didn't win the Big Ten tournament that year, did they, Double J?
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't. I don't think so.
They didn't win the Big Ten tournament.
Not that.
Yeah, they did. They won the regular season and Big Ten. They held down the Big Ten altogether.
That year
they went to the final, right? They lost to Duke in the final. Yeah.
I'm not talking about
the same year. You talking about the Wisconsin team that beat the undefeated Kentucky team.
Right. I'm talking about what did Wisconsin do in the Big Ten tournament?
Won it.
Did they?
Yes. I'm looking at it. They won it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So they were supposed to then. Well, who? Wait a minute. Wasn't Ohio State? Who else was? No. Who was expected to win the Big Ten tournament? Wisconsin wasn't expected to win that tournament, bro.
I don't know. I mean, they had a look, bro. They went to the national championship, and Duke snuck by them by 5. They was 36-4. They only had 2 losses in the Big Ten in the regular season. So I don't know what team was hotter than them. I don't know what team was hotter than them in the Big Ten.
I didn't know that. I thought that was
maybe Maryland.
2013 would have been Michigan.
Right. With Trey Burke and them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2015.
They had Nick Stauskas, Glenn Robinson Jr., Derek Walton, Mitch McGarry from Chesterton, Indiana.
Well, then I guess a better example would have been the 86 Cleveland State Vikings.
Oh, now Michigan State went to the Final Four that same year.
Did they?
Yeah, that was crazy, right? Michigan State was in the Final Four as well as Wisconsin.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, man, number one, I'm wondering why they picked 76 as the number. That's odd to me, right?
I think it's because of what you're saying. If they do that, then remember there's a 6 round of 64. And there's 4 teams that kind of play into that. They add 12 more teams, then that you know how it's like 68 teams right now?
Yeah.
You add 12 more,
and
then now you got a whole another host of 16 teams. So that gives you another round effectively.
But then here's the killer part.
I love that.
Me too, because if I'm right about this, then we get a little bit more of what the type of sport we really want to see going towards the summer, right?
Here's partially
the NCAA
why
championship will be played in May.
If they keep it right now and then extend it forward, right? So they'll be moving further into April and into May.
And
but listen to this, you guys.
Could it go up against the NBA?
It will. It will certainly go up against the NBA.
Yeah, go ahead, Double J. What were you gonna say?
Shift every round over one. So again, your first and second rounds typically are Thursday through Sunday, right? So we'll call Saturday, Sunday now moves to the following Thursday, Friday.
Oh, whoa. Say that again now. Say that again.
The number of games that would occur, right? Where you're watching from noon and you have boss mode on your laptop.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna get no work done for a month. You can forget about having your
check. I'm using all my PTO
proposals.
I'm already
you can forget it. Yeah. I'm calling in sick.
Don't try to apply for a job. HR is not gonna be there. You understand?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. We ain't the only ones gonna be calling off. You know what I'm saying? The CEO is gonna be out of there too, buddy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying shifts by an additional 2 days. So basically, I don't want to call the second weekend underwhelming, but to some extent, it feels that way when you go from 16 games and from dawn to dusk I mean, literally into
to 2 games or something like that.
Right.
Oh,
just kind of like, there's only one going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, what it does is it sets up for Saturdays and Sundays games to have even more intrigue on each corresponding weekend. And I'm telling you now, you won't really hear me make a case, at least right now, I couldn't, to say beyond that number, but I love this. I am sold on it now.
I am
off
too.
The premise of saying you are now going to have so much hype and upsets that occur into the, beyond the second weekend. That is going to be potentially what a metaphorical cherry on top for March Madness.
Will it shorten tournament games though?
I doubt it.
You know what I'm trying to say? No,
because they're all starting right around the same time anyway. Okay. Again, you see typically Monday of that week, you'll see teams like from the Atlantic 10 in some of the smaller conferences, Sun Belt. And that's what I mean. Why I've stated that I actually love the conference tournament week, because it's truly encompasses everybody.
Yeah.
And so you will get a chance to see someone like the ACC doesn't start until Wednesday. Most of your quote unquote Power Fives are not until Wednesday. So what does that do? You have no choice but to watch as a basketball fan or a degenerate gambler, the Ivy League that starts, on a Monday or Tuesday. And to me, that is the best case scenario if you are truly a fan of the sport.
Well, at the end of the day, I want to see 76. The more, the merrier. You know what I mean? Because to be honest with you, man, I haven't really watched much college basketball this year, to tell you the truth. Because again, man, I look at it and it's just hard to sit through. You know what I mean? Like, what was the point of that type of, why you take that shot? And why you take that shot? Then I find myself, I get up and I go make some French toast sticks or whatever. And then the next thing you know, at my age, I'm laying down and I'm asleep until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I know that was too much information, but I was on a roll. Anywho, all I'm saying is make it more, give me more of a reason to not want to get up, to not channel surf. That's all I'm asking. And basketball, college basketball especially, we need to bring that back. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to get in some of this NBA All-Star game talking Chris Paul and Wemby. Man, you know what? NBA in trouble, bro. T-Rubble.
I'm Jordan Gudeman, and I'm the founder and CEO of Eddie G's Cookies. I was first diagnosed with a nut allergy when I was young. At the time, there weren't a lot of labeled items that said if there may contain nuts or there are nuts in the food, so my brother and sister and I baked a lot at home, and we enjoyed treats from mixes and things like that, but I noticed that it was not the same as what my friends were enjoying, and I started making up my own recipes. When it was time to pick a career, I decided to start a bakery so I could share my treats with everybody else. When I started creating my recipe, I was taking in all the things that I thought I was missing out on. A soft, chewy center, a crisp outside crust, and a taste that is just like it came out of the oven at a bakery. When I put all those things together, I had come up with a recipe for a dream cookie. Eddie G's Cookies only uses the finest ingredients. We have all natural flavorings, no preservatives, and every cookie is made in a nut-free environment. The best part about Eddie G's Cookies is that they can be delivered right to your door. You can share them or not. We won't tell.
Well, we just had our first 0 in the dunk contest. It would have been a great pull. If you would have pulled it off, it would have been awesome. But
what do you mean first 0? Didn't get no points?
No, I didn't complete a dunk.
Okay, well, dang. Dang.
Wow.
All right, well, that's a great segue.
Unfortunately, I'm a fan of Matas, but they gave him 40s. Come on, it should have been 0s. I mean, what? Can we stop watering this crap down? I could have got a 40 for effort.
Well, I mean, there it is. There's your metric for effort, finally. Shout out for that. You know what I'm saying?
Who knew? There we go. Thank you.
40. You get a 40 for effort. Oh my God! Finally, we've been asking that question for 70 years. Where's the Matthew Stafford? And here it is. We came up with it. Not next gen. Shout out to us again.
Hey, I want to do this live on the show if you don't mind.
What happened there?
Barbershop.
Okay.
Darius Garland's father. Do you know his name?
No.
Winston.
Okay.
Winston Garland.
Okay.
Do you ever remember Winston Garland playing for the Cavs?
Vaguely.
Mandela effect, right? Because in our break. In our break, I swear I thought I have a Winston Bennett card. Never mind. I have a Winston Bennett played for the Cavs.
Oh,
right?
that's that. No.
Winston Bennett played for the Cavs. Or Winston, I thought Winston Garland played for the Cavs.
The only Bennett I remember playing for the Cavs is Anthony.
Anthony, okay,
he suited up for the Cavs. He didn't play for him. Okay. I don't know, Gully, but the name sound familiar. But I want to say it was in the 90s.
Right?
Yeah, he was in the 90s.
That's what I want to say. It was in the 90s.
He was born in the 70s.
I thought he played. I thought Winston Garland played for the Cavs.
Really? You know what? No, you ain't doing this. We're not doing this today.
I told you he's an Indiana guy. I tried to tell you guys.
No, he do this every show. He know my memory is terrible, and then he want to do this in front of everybody.
No, but I'm here along
with
you. That's why I asked you because I'm thinking I'm
the real question.
We on the same. Listen, I'm calling you. I'm not teasing you, bro. We're on the same page because I thought the same thing. I swear I thought Winston Garland.
Listen here, we ain't on the same page. We don't play for the Minnesota Vikings. Come on, we on the same Allen page. You're running the wrong way, Jim Marshall. That's what you're doing right now. Running the wrong way.
Hey, they're gonna have to get rid of the dunk contest, bro.
Hey, listen,
it should be biannual.
They finna get rid of the. They finna. What did I? Oh, you know what? They finna get rid. They finna get ready to get rid of the NBA. Say that fast one time. Oh my gosh, that's what's gonna happen.
Come on, Jackson.
Jackson. Miss Jackson or Michael? Because don't be talking about Janet. I'm just saying now. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Super Bowl 4 pause. Anywho.
Oh, dude, this is the second guy that can't complete a dunk.
But that's what I was going to ask you.
Just give Mac Miller the crown. I mean, Mac McClung.
Mac McClung. That's what I was going to ask you. You think Mac? Yeah, but bruh, listen. Why would we reserve?
Mac McClung? He in there. He's in it today.
Yeah, that's what I was going. That was one of the questions I was going to ask.
No, the other guy.
Okay, well, what I need to ask the question?
At least somebody finally completed a regular dunk. 12 seconds left.
I was gonna say Matt McClung going for his 3-peat. You think he get it by default, huh? One of the judges gonna probably have a card holding a card upside down.
Now this is where they need to give this individual a higher score than the last, simply because he actually dunked the ball into the basket. The other did not. Unfortunately. So
this guy actually did the whole purpose of the event from jump. And all right, it's bad. It's all the way bad.
He got a 43.8 for just the most sorriest last second dunk.
Hey, you see what we doing? I'm not watching it. I'm just saying.
No, I have it on in the bottom there for you.
I mean, I can kind of. I'm kind of taking a peek and all that type of stuff. But right now, my focus is on getting this guy right here together. This guy down here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Anyway, Brian Grant. Did you hear what Rob Parker said about Caitlin Clark?
No.
Rob Parker said Caitlin Clark has ruined NBA All-Star Weekend because she didn't want to compete in the 3-point whatever it is. When her and not her and Steph. Who was it?
Gonna be her and Steph.
Yeah, it was that type. She didn't want to do it. Hold on.
Before you gonna say hold on and then ask a question.
No, because my mind, you know my memory. Listen.
Ask a question. And then say, hold on, wait a minute. You put it out there.
I asked the question.
You asked me to do, bro.
I asked the question, but then something else came to mind.
Oh,
man, come on, man. You know, I got I don't know what you call it, Metamucil moments.
Let's go. Go ahead.
Where does Rob Parker live at? Is it Colorado?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just saying because when I read what he said right there, I figured maybe he's staying in Colorado or something.
Rob Parker has said some things in not recent memory, but he said a couple of comments that I really took offense to, took exception to.
Hard to believe he is from Detroit in any capacity.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's a bit extreme to say she ruined All-Star Weekend by not wanting to compete, but I'll agree with part of his sentiment to a degree. Like, man, that would have been great to have her there.
Mac McClung is going to attempt to dunk over a Kia.
Again?
Correct.
I know.
And so you trying to tell me we ain't never see her dunk like that? Come on now.
You know what?
Well, Blake Griffin.
You need to mute yourself. Mute yourself right now.
Listen.
Double J, take him off screen. He needs 60 seconds to cool off. He need to regroup.
Hey, well,
that was terrible. Thank you. All right, folks. Sometimes our host glitches out. And what we want to do here, we want to give him time to return and be the quality member of the host that we know he can be. We believe in Barbershop Jay and the thing that he does for the Shop Report, but every now and again, things just go left. That was an example of it.
Hey, let me tell you something right now. Listen, let me tell you something right now. You're not finna David Ruffin me as the car spinning, been in the corner and kicking me out. I ain't finna be none of that. Because both of y'all can get 2 tickets to a concert that took place 12 years ago. You hear what I'm trying to say? You going tonight? Okay, then. What I'm telling you is, when Rob Parker said that, well, it was a comment on Facebook. Somebody posted it, and this guy named Bill Brennan said, if the NBA All-Star Weekend can't be saved by anyone other than Caitlin Clark, then the NBA has a serious problem.
Yeah.
I'm in total agreement with that. Shout out.
That is, yes.
B. Brennan. That's it right there.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right, because it sort of helps to understand, it helps to further
put in perspective just how bad the NBA is beyond what the eye can see.
That reply comment underscores the fact that Caitlin Clark would have been a perfect addition to the spectacle that is of All-Star Weekend. And her missing is kind of like missing. Like,
bruh, you heard what Double J just said about the dunk contest.
Hey, well, take a look at your bottom of your screen. He's got the gentleman in between the moonroof.
I see at the bottom of my screen.
Dude, he could have rocked his head on the rim.
I don't know what he's talking about.
We're talking about Mac McClung attempting to dunk by taking the ball from a gentleman's hands that are sticking out of a moonroof of a Kia. Meanwhile, his margin of error, again, is the top of the Kia to the rim.
Hold on, wait a minute. Did he make it?
No, he didn't. He flew across and he could have really hit his head. Oh my gosh, yes, he did.
He did it?
Yeah.
He pulled it off?
He hit his head or he pulled it off? Which one?
He pulled it off.
Oh, shout out then. Shout out to Mac.
Pulled it off?
That's right, baby. Georgetown, baby. The Hoyas.
How many attempts?
Only on the second attempt.
Wow. Oh, that's another shout out. Whoa.
Yo.
Yeah, that one you guys are going to want to see.
You might as well put some cupcakes on the backboard and blow the candles out or something. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I need to see that.
Or close your eyes. Yeah, I mean,
Bruh. Can you see this barbershop, Jay?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
Well, why can't I see it? What did I do?
Because you listen.
Nah, man, what is it? What's going on, guys? What did I do?
Listen how you sound right now. I want my ice cream. I want my ice cream.
I'm saying. All right, that's what we're doing. You know what?
That's what he's doing right now.
I'm just having a good old laugh. Huh?
That's what you're doing right now. That's what you're doing right now. You did it. You know what I'm saying? I want my ice cream. Settle down there.
Get back. You know what?
I don't know why you can't see it.
Out, so
hey,
I
listen.
Glitch out. So
well, that's what you. I mean, you glitching right now. You glitching right now.
Touché.
Yeah, well, I'm with. I mean, I think Rob Parker. Listen, it's one thing to say something to try to be controversial, to get to be that. What do the headhunters call it when you're looking for a job or whatever? That or in your resume, that one statement that's going to draw people in or whatever. It's okay.
Like that gotcha statement or that.
Yeah. Okay. You can still come up with something that eye-catching, eye-popping headline, I guess. without saying some ridiculousness. Seriously, bruh, don't shock jock your way through it. Don't do that, man. Don't do it. I get it. You're getting, a few more coins than your boy, but come on, bruh. I'm giving you your money back if you ask me to come up with something like that. Because where that come from, bruh? Caitlin Clark ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Come on, man. Don't be trying to blame Caitlin Clark for that nonsense. Rob, stay out of the dispensaries up there in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Go have a sit down with Dion or something. Maybe you can get your life together. Draymond Green favors LeBron in a one-on-one tournament.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
And why you say that?
Because he got to play defense.
Hey, while we at it, what's your thought?
Let's just make him take him. He got to play defense.
Well, ain't none of that in no one-on-one. You know that. We only did that
in a one-on-one. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I mean, we have done that, but that ain't.
We would take LeBron over Kevin Durant in a one-on-one. Even at this age, I wouldn't. And this is probably other guys that I think are a bit younger in the legs, and I think that would play a difference. If we talk about a one-on-one, guys that are a bit more versatile, flexible. I'd take maybe Devin Booker would shine in a one-on-one. Certainly a guy like Kyrie would shine in a one-on-one.
Yeah.
And then Anthony Edwards in a one-on-one.
Oh, Khalil. Oh, that's my son right there. Khalil say KD wins or Wemby in a one-on-one. Man, don't make no more comments. Not today. Oh my gosh.
Shouted about all.
I know he didn't say Gumby.
He said Wemby. He didn't say Gumby. Did he say Gumby?
No, he said Wemby.
He said or Wemby.
Yeah, you said don't make no more comments.
I call him Gumby.
Oh wow, really?
Oh
yeah, okay, yeah. The NBA All-Star game, man. They need to and Draymond. Listen, hey Gully, right quick. What's your thoughts on? Did you hear what Ryan Clark said to Shannon Sharp about that? Did you see that clip about Patrick Mahomes not being in the GOAT conversation?
Yeah, I mean, he jumped out of the tree because he just basically talked about your boy the whole time while saying Patrick Mahomes. I don't get it. I feel like it's a whole lot of calling games before time is expired. The man won 3 Super Bowls and been to 5, and he ain't even seen his 8th season in the league yet.
Yeah, but
now, wait a second. There's a basketball player that's been to a lot of finals as well.
Yeah, listen, but that's what Ryan Clark was. Hold on. That's what Ryan Clark was saying.
Wait. You know, hold on. What did you say, Double J?
But there's a certain basketball player that's participated in a handful of finals as well.
Double J, can you grab that clip? We can go to break. Can you grab that clip and throw it up here?
8th season, and Patrick Mahomes.
I sent it to you.
Season.
Gully, I don't think you've seen it. I don't think you've seen it.
Where?
I did send it to you.
Oh, like in the you messaged it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'll pull it. Okay. BRB.
All right. Yep. You see it? Yeah, Gully.
I need to see the clip again because I was missing a bit of context. I see what I saw was him grilling Shannon Sharp about Shannon Sharp's being an ambassador for the LeBron James is the greatest player of all time fan club, right?
Right.
I failed to make the connection between LeBron is not the GOAT, and neither is Patrick Mahomes. Or better yet, to put it more accurately, I don't see LeBron's career arc that's nearly the same as Patrick Mahomes.
Because listen, it's 2 people that we know that are very near and dear. They said the same thing: different sport and different standards.
It ain't even about different sport. It's not even about different sport.
Hold on, that's why I want you to see the clip first, and then have a response. Okay.
I need to see the clip again. I probably need to watch the episode because I need to figure out what led up into. I saw Ryan Clark ripping apart LeBron.
No. Wait till you see the clip. Wait till you see the clip for real.
Yeah, unless I got a shortened version. The Instagram or social media may have people could take a clip and then abridge the clip, and then that's the one that circulates. So because I was not making the connection between Patrick Mahomes and LeBron James, and I don't get it because
all right, wait till you see the clip. It'll put it in it'll give you more context, like you said. When we come back, we're gonna go into the clip about what Ryan Clark and such said, because that just brought to mind, this whole one-on-one type of thing. Because to me, that set the standard, whether or not where you at as a hooper. You know what I mean? Your one-on-one type of deals. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but who am I? We'll be right back. Double J, get the clip, baby.
Cleaning the cracks on your pavement surfaces can take hours and be torturous on your body. Until now. Bicracky Weed Removal Tool was designed specifically to clean pavement cracks in a fraction of the time, all while standing up. Bicracky's patented design incorporates a two-sided steel blade and is encased by a durable fiberglass shell. Simply use the large end to clean big gaps, then rotate and use the small tip for narrow gaps. Made in the USA, Bicracky eliminates weeds to the root and is environmentally friendly. Bicracky, save your back while you clean your crack.
All right, we're back. Double J, what we looking like? Maybe not. All right, we need a few more minutes. Hey, if you can, I'll send it in the private chat. But Gully, while I still got you here, let me just ask you this: in the Rising Stars game, Shaq's OGs versus the Rising Stars, who you think wins?
The OGs. Wait a minute, hold on. Who's the roster?
You want me to give you the roster? Yeah, look up the roster. You're gonna do some homework today because you out here talking C-Razy. You see the rosters?
I'm looking for them.
Okay.
All right. Prior to us adding this, well, I'll let Gully answer that, but I do have the video. But I'm specifying that this is our reaction to the video. We don't own that original content, but this is our original content based on our reaction.
Thank you, Double J, for saying
with that. I got 2 words for you.
Oh, wait. Don't say it on national televisionaries. On national television. All right, go ahead, Double J. You want to play the clip?
Yeah, play the clip.
All right, let's do it.
Need some volume there.
Until for the next 5 years, ain't no more GOAT conversation. Ain't no GOAT talk when it comes to quarterback or football.
At least the next 3 years.
Yeah,
at least the next.
Now, he goes back in the next 3 years, guys, and he gives 2 more. We're gonna have to revisit.
We can revisit.
Y'all tripping. Shannon Sharp, you should be ashamed of yourself because you've been carrying on a GOAT debate for a man that spent 8 years in the place and never won a championship. And then when he went to team up with his homeboys, the Banana Boat boys, Dirk Nowitzki shot 1 foot fallaways and put him out of his misery. And then the next year they was getting beat. He was cramping up in San Antonio. And if it wasn't for balls hitting the rim and people kicking the football out to Ray Allen, he lose that one too. And he played terrible. So for you to say that it could be tabled or that he had to do so much to get back into the conversation, you got to choose a side. You got to say you out here caping for LeGoat James all the time. Or that GOAT conversation should have been tabled a long time ago as well. Because according to you, getting to the championship, all of those times is supposed to matter. So the fact that Patrick Mahomes has never been sent home before the AFC Championship, that got to matter. The fact that Patrick Mahomes already has 2 MVPs, that has to matter. 3 Super Bowl MVPs, that has to matter. There could be a ton of his career left where he gets back to this moment. And because he didn't shine every time he got there, a lot like a guy we know, Shannon, that you cape for every single day. The only person you have cape for more than LeBron James is your brother, and your brother actually deserved it. And so for me, it is not tabled. It's a bad night. Absolutely. But it does not erase all the things that Patrick Mahomes has accomplished.
Okay. All right. So with full context, I see where he was going. And that's how, and I feel that like Ryan Clark does. It's not tabled. No, it's a conversation that continues because that's what I was getting at. Like,
that's all I'm saying. RC was pointing out to Shannon, you can't not table it for one guy and table it for the other guy.
Right.
That's the point I was trying to make to anybody and everybody about that situation. Remember, we used to have these conversations before Ryan Clark ever said what he said about Shannon. Because to me, outside of what Ryan Clark said, it was Shannon's reaction to it. You got. Period. Yeah. Because if I don't think that what you're saying got me, I'm gonna hear you, but I'm already know what my response is. That don't mean I'm listening to respond. I'm listening to hear. You get what I'm trying to say? But I already know what my response is gonna be because what I'm basing mine on is concrete.
Right. Yeah. You
and not hyperbole. Yeah. And how I feel about thee. You see? That's all I'm saying. That's all I ever been saying, bro. Listen. You can't. I ask this question to people who want to continue. Number one, I'm just stating this for the record. Me personally, there is no such thing as a GOAT in team sports. Okay. Number two, if I were going to even entertain the idea of having that conversation, I want to, whoever I'm having that conversation with, he and I, she and I, we must first establish what the criteria for our version of that conversation is. If it's 5 things, 10 things, 15 or 50, we got to establish the criteria. And if and then once we establish the criteria, if our conversations starts to go outside of the established criteria that we've set, then the conversation is over. Because that's now moving the goalposts. You see what I'm saying? You can't bring in, that's why I said, what's the criteria? If you can't come up with something after the fact and tell me, oh, no, you should have put that in before we started. I said, if I was going to entertain that conversation, in addition to the criteria first having to be established, all variables must be equal. Meaning, if you want, that's why this comparison thing is ridiculous to me. Because if you want to compare a player, regardless of sport, because that's the common denominator, it's sport. If you want to compare this player and that player in their first 4 years, then first 5 years, first 2 years, first 3 years, first 9 or 10 years, I'm fine. But you can't compare a guy who had more time to do whatever it is that he's being compared to the guy who had less time to do it. That's not comparing. That's not. I'm sorry. And I'm not sorry. Come on, man. At what point in any of these conversations, okay, are we going to let reality get a seat at the table? That's all I'm asking. Come on, man. We're going to have a real conversation or a ridiculous one? Give me a real one. I'm with it all day, every day. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm with it all day, every day. I'm sorry, Miss Rachel, Tootie Sweets, or whatever that case may be. I can't, sorry about that. I can't show that right there. You understand me? I'm just saying, bro. That's all I'm speaking to. Ryan is saying, my bad, back up. I was prefacing this by saying, when people want to have that conversation with me, I ask them, do you think Tom Brady is the GOAT? If you do, why? Based on what? And you don't even have to tell me because I already know what you're going to say. Well, then, because if you think Tom Brady is the GOAT, now, if you don't think he's the GOAT, then we can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And again, let me remind you, I don't believe in that. Because let's real spit. In the NBA, let's be real. The only 2 guys in the NBA, in the history of the NBA, that would even apply to, who would even qualify for that to even be or begin to be a conversation, is Kareem and Russell. Period. Based on the entirety of resume, NBA from top to bottom. Not just a few selective categories that you want to pick and choose that fit the narrative. No, I'm talking about all of the evidence. Them the only 2, bro. Not Mike, not Kobe. And listen, again, ain't no GOAT in team sports. So do I think LeBron is the GOAT? Absolutely not. Do I think Jordan is the GOAT? No, I don't. Do I think Kobe's the GOAT? No, I don't. But I tell you what I do know, that LeBron James is not a better basketball player than either Kobe or Mike. I'll say that. And that ain't me, my opinion. That's when you put the tape in. Because guess what? You and I can have a difference of opinion about the sun, for instance. You could say the sun is yellow and I could say it's orange. But what we both know is when it's up in the sky, it's daytime. That's all I'm saying. Some things are what they are, whether despite your opinion and mine and the differences of, bruh. Come on now. They are what they are, bruh. In a courtroom, which is where debates are born from, so to speak, or based on, then the prosecutor got to use all of the evidence, as does the defense attorney. Even though in the defense attorney's position, in a lot of cases, that half the evidence goes against him. In debate, there has to be logic. And when you talk about logic, you can't have faulty syllogisms, but you must have a premise and a conclusion. If your debate is like being in a rocking chair, you're moving and you ain't going nowhere, what we talking about? What we talking about? We ain't really talking about nothing. Ryan Clark torched Shannon, and he used Shannon's argument against him is what it is. Shannon knew it. Shannon knew it. I'm just saying, bro. It is what it is. Holla at your boy. You understand me? That's all I'm saying. On the straight up. Mrs. Alva left a message right quick when we was gone. She said, this message for Double J and Double J only. The Goblin has been defeated. Go green. Next up, derailing the train. Double J, you want to fill us in? What's that about?
The Goblin is in reference to Brad Underwood, the coach of Illinois, resembling William Dafoe.
William Dafoe. Hey, I'm trying to tell you right now, though. The Goblin was a bad boy.
And in reference to Michigan State being victorious this evening over Illinois, and their next matchup is, of course, Purdue.
Oh, no wonder. Derailing the train.
Willem Dafoe is, I think, a guy that also could have played the Joker like Jack Nicholson. He could have been Jack Nicholson. He could have been that.
Nah.
Willem Dafoe?
He could have played a Joker, but Jack Nicholson's Joker was unique in and of itself.
You gotta look at Willem Dafoe's body of work.
No, I'm not. William Dafoe, he bad boy now on the screen, now on the big screen. I ain't taking nothing from him now on the big screen. But if we talking about the Joker, whose performance was the best as the Joker is Heath Ledger, hands down.
No.
Man, bro, stop.
It's a 1-1-8. It's a 1-1 ace.
No, it ain't. It ain't no 1-1-8.
I loved him in the Grand Budapest Hotel as well. I thought
man, Heath Ledger, bro. Like Heath Ledger was iconic, like River Phoenix, bro. Rest up on the rest side, bro. Come on, Gully. Come on, bro.
You gotta watch that.
Stand by me.
Yeah.
Or stand in front of me, but not against thee. See? He.
All right, listen here, Dr. Seuss.
Hey, shout out. What you want to say? Green eggs and ham? I don't eat pork, bro. Don't play me like that. You disrespectful. I'm gonna call your mother. Shout out to my man K Cunningham, baby, up in the Detroit, Michigan. Double J knew I was coming with that next, even though he didn't know that was in the script. He knew it was gonna look at his face. He disappeared because he know I'm about to give K some shout out, baby, making his first All-Star appearance. You understand me?
I'm not sure how he was granted access to
the don't do that, man. Oh, man. That sounds like some Rasheed Wallace. I don't like Rasheed Wallace talk. But let me get him to do a drop. I ain't mad. I'm just saying. Don't do that, Double J.
Twice.
Don't do that, Double J. Get that man his flowers right there for getting in the All-Star game, bro. Some dudes never make the All-Star game.
No, but Asar Thompson almost, he was in the Rising Stars Challenge.
Okay, I'm talking about K Cunningham made the All-Star game, bro. Everybody can't say that.
They're saying that LaMelo should have been in before Cade.
Because who voted for LaMelo? The fans? The same people that's talking about the culture and then turn around and stand in line for Jordans for 22 hours? I'm just saying, bro. Okay, anyway, shout out to K for his first All-Star appearance. I'm just saying. Oh, and here's another one for you. Who told Sony that they could let Steph produce a movie?
Money did.
What?
Why? Why can't Steph produce a movie?
It's called The GOAT, man. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all ain't see that?
No.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Now, if all accounts and reports are true, I'm just saying. Yeah. Supposedly, Sony is letting Steph produce a movie called The GOAT. Supposed to be coming out in 2026.
Hey, Stephen Castle might dethrone Mac McClung.
Hey, but that's the dude from Connecticut, though.
Mm-hmm. Dude, watch this on the bottom of your screen right now.
See, I can see it, but I can't really see it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to go.
So he has
you keep talking about the bottom of the screen, bro. I'm at the bottom of the screen.
Guy
we know that.
it off of the backboard.
Oh, that's what we do.
Okay, through the legs.
Right. Yep.
And so very comparable to Vince Carter-esque, but it has its own unique touch to it.
Okay, well then, so yeah,
they're pulling out a ladder, and they got a what is this?
They got a little giant out there. That's what they look like, a little giant. Gully, you say you're at the bottom of the screen. I mean, that's right. Where you belong at the. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
I'm calling your mother. All right, that's what we doing.
Listen,
right,
you didn't let me finish.
Yeah,
you didn't let me finish.
I'll be back.
You didn't let me finish, bro. You ain't let me finish, though. Can I get a finisher right there? You know what I'm saying? WWE style is what I'm saying. Hey, you understand the significance of being on the bottom of the totem pole, right?
It's this dude's gonna dunk 2 basketballs.
Being on the bottom of the totem pole is actually the best thing, bro. That's what I'm trying to say to you right there. Look up your histories.
Hey, he's got a guy on a ladder holding the ball at the top of the rim. He's got another guy on a hoverboard spinning. He dunked them both. Oh my God!
What? Who dunked what? Oh, okay. I got to go back.
Yeah, that's it. It's over with. And,
okay, so
no
wait.
disrespect to Stephen Castle, that is just I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Okay, so in other words, what you telling me, Mac McClung and Stephen Castle are double-handedly bringing the NBA dunk contest back to relevancy. Is that what you're saying?
I am. Because it was on life support after Matas Uzelis first attempt.
Shout
There's
out.
a dude spinning on a hoverboard, another guy holding a ball at the rim, and Mac McClung grabs the one off the hoverboard, and then dunks the other with the other hand.
Okay, well, hold on, Double J. I can see it, but I'm gonna have to go back and watch it when we get done with the P program today. But I'm gonna check it out.
His dunk was 2 basketballs, one of which was with each hand.
Larry Nance did that though, you know.
Right, but not with a dude spinning on a hoverboard.
Okay, that's okay. So McClung added his own little flair. He got a little flair for the dramatic right there. It's all.
Yeah,
it's
that's
all good.
50s. Yep. That was
okay. Shout out then. Shout out for. I mean, but that's a Hoya, former Hoya. That's Big East. I mean, you know, Big East didn't set a precedent. I would lean to say that maybe not now, but once upon a time, the Big East was in basketball, what the SEC is in football, but it was better than the SEC at football. And they play basketball.
He windmilled the one off the hoverboard.
Okay. All right. And then, you know, not necessarily lastly, but I did want to mention here that the NBA finally, because the NBA getting a lot of bad press lately and rightfully and deservedly so, but the NBA Humanitarian Award is named after Dikembe Mutombo, who, by the way, was the NBA's first global ambassador. Shout out to Dikembe.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That is an award I would definitely covet. You know what I mean? Or I would want if I were an NBA player. Dikembe was a jokester, a character, but you know, he had a respect for his craft, you know, that we don't see in the today NBA. So again, shout out to Dikembe and that humanitarian award. But at the end of the day, man, so the All-Star game, NBA All-Star game tomorrow, right? What time? I can't recall. Are they doing so is it 4 teams and one of the 4 teams playing each other is the G League team, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so what's the prognosis? We got the G League team taking it all, or what's happening?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. And I only say that because we'll see how this format works, but we just got a second back-to-back perfect score. Stephen Castle did a 360 switched arms to dunk it.
You know what? I wonder would you want to see any of the park ballers, dunkers in the NBA?
Absolutely.
Like get a one-time admission to the NBA dunk contest type of deal? Mm-hmm. It would uplift somebody else's profile, if you would, a guy who might otherwise not be known. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's got Tracy McGrady out. No, not Tracy McGrady. Who's that? Brandon Isaac.
That's Evan Mobley, man. Who needs the glasses? Me or you? My God.
I know. I'm pointing at the screen here. You can see that.
I'm just saying. Ooh, man.
And remind us, how tall is Evan Mobley?
Not tall enough that he shouldn't be in the weight room. Just saying.
Are they having him stand on that platform?
I don't know. He got to get stronger, bro. He got to get stronger.
They're having a already tall Evan Mobley stand on a probably 6-inch platform.
Really? Mobley got to be about 6'10". A legit 6'10".
I'm Googling that in real time.
Gully, how tall is Mobley? Do you know? And now you got me sitting here looking at my doggone microphone. It sure enough is tore out the frame, bro. I ain't even realize that. But I don't be, man, this dude right here, he put me all out on blast, man. What y'all call your mother? How tall is Mobley?
He completed the dunk. He said, "Be right back."
Okay, got you.
But so Mac McClung completes the dunk over. Oh my gosh, he touched. So he takes it, touches the rim, and then dunks it while successfully jumping over Evan Mobley.
What? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. McClung and Castle, baby. Hey, what? Do you get any monetary incentive or bonus or whatever for winning the events in the?
Oh yeah, it's like $1 million, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's $1 million or whatever it is. That's well earned. Shout out.
Yeah, Evan Mobley is a true 6'11".
Oh wow!
And they had him stand on an additional platform, so he jumped well over 7 feet.
So then that lends credence to what I've been asking for eons before. If everything else about the NBA has evolved, quote unquote, then why haven't the equipment, so to speak, that they use, why ain't that changed? The parameters of the court, for instance, the height of the basket. Man, come on, man. We watching Wemby dunk and he not even leaving it. The whole part of a dunk is seeing a guy leave his feet and go in the air. I watch Wemby dunk, man. It don't even look right, bro. Come on now. It was no, seriously, bro. And tomorrow I watched him dunk in game, and I was like, oh man, come on, man. He reaches up and he just pulls the rim down. And then, come on, man. What was the whole point of watching Spud Webb? Excuse me, that's all, folks. Spud Webb when he won the dunk contest, Nate Robinson. Because it was these aerial feats from these little guys. You know what I mean? That added more pizzazz to it. Like, wow, did you see that? This guy 5'5", and he's jumping, looked like he jumped 500 feet in the air. Man, you already up in the air and you ain't jumping 5 inches off the ground, man. Come on, man. Yay. Mini me, despicable me. I don't know. Yay. Come on, bro. Raise the rim to 11, at least. In game. Okay? Come on, man. Shucks. Matter of fact, was it the Memphis player? It was a game a couple weeks ago. Or was it the Minnesota player? You see how the guy caught the off a missed free throw, came down the lane and jumped and dug? Man, the side of his neck was at the front of the rim.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. How you jump to dunk, but you should be going upward, not looking down into the rim, bro. Gully, where you at? He's still not here? Oh, okay. All right, there you go. Oh no, that ain't him. That's you. All right, Double J. So tell us now, at this point, after the Rising Skill Challenge, the dunk contest, what's next again?
That, to my knowledge, is it. For that caps off All-Star Saturday night.
Well, that's capping us off too. So All-Star Saturday night is done. Now all we got is the dunk contest. I mean, the All-Star game tomorrow. Will we see a competitive ASG this go around? Because, social media making their rounds. They talking about that 01 All-Star game.
That's right. Where they actually.
Hey. Right now, it's looking like the 1972 Dolphins. Can you remember? Come on now, off the top of your dome. Can you recall an All-Star game that, in terms of, when I say don't want to leave your seat, that 01 All-Star game, bro, you did not want to leave your seat.
Right. That was the one. Well, there was another, if you recall, I want to say maybe it was 2002 or 3. What was
the 97
one?
All-Star game was pretty good too, but I think 01 was the best I actually saw.
But when was the one that they wanted Kobe to miss the shot and he didn't?
That was 03, I think. Really? You asking me? Here we go with the memory test skills again. I don't remember, man. It got to. I mean, it's probably somewhere in there. But you know, if the faucet ain't already turned on, it just don't flow. You know, it's got the faucet got to already be on. If you're asking me to, you know what I'm saying, go start the car up in the cold and just pull off. No, it's got a glow plug, baby. I gotta wait for the glow plug to heat up before I can get going. Oh, I'm just saying. Well, yeah, okay. Well, anywho, shout out again to my man Mac McClung and Castle for bringing back, you know, for now I gotta want to go see this now because my son is in there recording it. So, you know, we can go and go back. But up until you just said what you said, giving you a little commentary right there, I had no interest in watching none of the All-Star festivities until the All-Star game. And I was going to sit 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes was going to tell me if it was going to get another 5 minutes more. I'm just trying to tell you. But now that you said what you said about, I'm serious, bro. I'm not, no, bro. No. I don't, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. Okay. At this stage and age of my life, I got to measure twice and cut once. What I spend my time doing, it's got to, you know, I got to reap some type of something. You know, if I sit there and watch you and be like, why did I do that? Nah, it ain't worth it no more. Gully, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. You over there subtracting the 5 and carrying the 3?
Handling something, man.
Okay. All right. Well, do what you got to do then, bro. We can ready to sign off anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was a great show today. I'm just saying, bro. You ain't got to make that face. That ain't going to get you out of me calling your mama.
And you call. We'll have a conference call. How about that?
No. Talk about. No. Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be none of that.
What did my man J. Dot say?
Ain't gonna be none of that. Yeah, ain't gonna be.
Hey,
ain't gonna. Yeah, I don't know about
that feature request. You know, we still got some.
First of all, I don't know nothing about you. Talking about you euphoria opium. I don't know what that's supposed to be about. But we don't do that here. Okay. All right, we're not the same.
A real Aaron Rodgers like in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. This guy right here, you know what I'm saying? He got the dreads and everything going. Bob Marley, not.
They're locks.
You know what I'm saying?
They are locks, sir.
Okay, yeah, well, locks. Yeah, okay.
They are locks, sir. They are not dreadlocks. They are not dreadlocks. They are locks, sir.
Okay, well, lock yourself in a room. That's what you do. Yeah, and on that note,
lock you in a padded room, okay?
Okay,
we don't one of these so you can't move your arms. Yeah,
room with the rubber walls.
Right, bro. Look like the side of the Jordan 13s. You know what I'm talking about? The padded room Jordans.
Hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do our own version of cribs. Okay, I'm gonna start first. I'm gonna show you all that stuff you mentioned. I got that already. Okay, I'll sleep standing up. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's like throwing Brer Rabbit into the thorn patch. Yeah, that's where I want to be anyway. What are you talking about? You're talking about straight jacket, man. Please, you don't understand, bro. As long as I ain't wearing no shoes that curl up in the front, you know what I'm saying? I'm, you know, all the rest of it, I'm, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Duct tape me to the wall, bro. I need to sit down for a spell anyhow. Anywho, and on that note, I'll leave you with this quote. It's never the value of water, but thirst. It's never the value of life, but death. And it's never about the friendship, but trust. Let me read that again. It's never the value of water, but thirst. It's never the value of life, but death. And it's never about the friendship, but trust. Hey, what happened there? Y'all really? That's what y'all doing? Y'all taking that's what we doing? Minimizing screens? Okay, this is what we're doing. Yeah, we can get out of here.
He had a profound moment, and then he just goes to post production.
Bruh, I didn't touch nothing. This one, bruh, don't play me. This don't play me. This is what you do. It's like throwing rocks and the window get broke. You want to hide your hands. Don't play me.
Bro, I can't touch nothing. Remember, y'all
you at the bottom of the screen. I get it.
You looking down at me as if I had something to do with it. I don't know what you talking about. It's been fun, y'all, but we got to run. Check us out.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Yeah, it's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out every Saturday. Theoretically, maybe. At 9 on the PM side right here on the yard. I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? The 9 to 5 is kicking my behind right now. Or y'all can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the shop's fan page, and of course, YouTube. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. And we'd be much obliged when you're over there at the tube. And if that don't work, y'all can Google it. For my dudes, Be Rich, Double J, D Gully, and all those who follow and support us, we We say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay, and you've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Caitlin Clark, baby. Rob Parker needs to go to a dispensary. Holla at your boy.